Ben in Gloucester, I'm keen to hear your thoughts on this, because there is an interesting here. It's about the police doing police work, or is it about preventing more police work, responding to rioters? There's quite an interesting situation in the nuance of this argument. What do you think, Ben?
Yeah, I think you're right, Gordon. Yeah, I think it is nuanced. I mean, what prompted me to call in is I'm just feeling so grisly about this whole thing today. And I think that's for two reasons. Firstly, and I think you've touched on this yourself, as have your correspondents, that part of the function of this guidance today seems to be to quell rumours that might aggravate potential rioters. So it seems to be about pacifying rioters, as it did in that incident in Liverpool during the Liverpool car parade. Yeah, but it did it very successfully then. But what happens when the police announce that a criminal is an immigrant or an asylum seeker? Because of course some criminals are asylum seekers or immigrants. Every adult demographic group is going to have criminals in it, just as any adult demographic group is going to have nurses, charity workers, animal lovers. So so one day the police will announce that a particular crime is being committed by an immigrant or an asylum seeker, and an inference that could be made from that by potential rioters is that rioting is perfectly acceptable in that situation. Mm-hmm. And I think that's a worrying state of affairs. And my second point is the question you're asking is it right that police release the ethnicity of people charged with particular offences? Well, I would say it depends on the wider context of how the ethnicity of people is revealed. Are we also going to have the ethnicity revealed of people who care for the nation in the NHS? Are we also going to have the ethnicity of people revealed who care for your parents or your grandparents in the social care setting?
We had that call, didn't we? We had a caller called Omar who made exactly that point. Should
I missed
people
that.
work in the NHS?
Well, I'm glad I'm not speaking alone here. And are we going to have the ethnicity revealed of people who protest or riot because of, quote, legitimate concerns about immigration? It just seems a little bit skewed to offer ethnicity information on criminality alone, if that's not going to be part of our day-to-day information.